Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Monica Formosa and I'm an independent stepping up demonstrator here in the Wide Bay area of Queensland, Australia. Today I will be sharing a project that I'm doing in conjunction with a few other demos for our World Card Making group on Facebook. It's called the 12 Days of Christmas. And this is what I will be showing today. It's what I call a wine bottle gift box. This is not my original idea. There's quite a few different versions on YouTube and Pinterest if you want to go and do a search. But this is my version, and I've used the Ever Eden DSP, which is a special release and available only until the end of December. I've just grabbed out this sheet here, which has an evening evergreen background with gold, lovely gold embossed pattern on the front. For this project, you are going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. For my stamping, I've used Eden's Garden, which coordinates with that lovely DSP, and I've also grabbed Encircled in Warmth, and I'll be using this one, this greeting here. Dies, the layering circles, which will be used on the tag. I'm not quite sure which one this is. Just over 6 centimeters. I work in inches, but my grid paper's the wrong way. 6 centimeters, not quite 2.5 inches for that circle. This label die from the painted labels set. I've also grabbed out my large 2.5 inch circle punch. I've punched a piece of cardstock just to add on the bottom here, just to give it that little bit more support. Wine bottles can be a little bit heavy sometimes, depending on how much is in them. And to tie it all up together, I've grabbed the Shimmer ribbon, the gold shimmer ribbon. This is absolutely gorgeous, this ribbon, and it's so soft and so easy to tie into bows. Absolutely gorgeous. And to tie my tag onto the holder, the gift box itself, I've grabbed my linen thread twine. For adhesives, all you'll need is dimensionals, and that is pretty much it. Okay, so let's get creating. All right, so to start with, I need to find my paper trimmer. It's gone AWOL. No, there it is. And we will, before I get into that, here is a list of all the measurements. I'll put this up into a PDF, but that's it really quickly. All right, so first things first, I will trim this piece of 12 by 12 down. Not much room here. Okay, so I need to trim one side down to 11 inches. And while it's here on this side, we're going to do some scoring. Just just move that up out the road. So we're going to score at 1 3/4. Get this right, 1 3/4. 3 1/2. 5 1/4. Make sure I get that right. 7. 8 3/4. And 10 1/2. So far, so good. And while it's here on this side, we're actually going to mark the halfway point between each of those score lines. Now I have those measurements as well. So the first one is 7/8, and what I want you to what you can do it with a pencil if you prefer, or you can do it with your scoring blade. I just got to make sure I get this right. And we're just going to just a tiniest little mark. Okay, so can you see? I don't know whether you can see that. See that there? It's a bit hard, but I've just tiny little mark so that okay, and then the next one, oh, where's my words? 2 5/8. Sorry, I've got all these notes, all these written down here beside me. So it's 2 5/8, 4 3/8. 1 2 3. 6 1/8. Oh shoot, that was close. Wrong blade. What's that? 6 1/8. 7 7/8. 9 5/8. Okay, and now we're going to turn 90 degrees, and we have to score this side now at 2, and then move it across and score it at 10. Okay, so that's all our scoring done. So these marks, I don't know if I can, I don't know whether I can get the camera to pick them up, but there's those little marks that are here across the top. We now have to grab a pencil and we will, we will actually draw from this mark to each intersection, each score line intersection. All right, so where this score line comes down at 2 inches, and then when this one comes down this way, we have to draw a line from this midpoint down to that corner. And we have to do that on all of them. So I hope you guys are enjoying all our projects that we've put together. It's been a bit stressful, but it's been quite fun as well for us girls here. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I was quite excited when we decided that we would do this. Right, last one. Okay. Now it's a bit hard to see on that on the dark green cardstock, but this is what it kind of should look like. Okay, so you've gone from the midway point here down to each score line, down to the score line that runs across and meets up with this one that runs down. So now we have to get our paper snips. Sorry guys, I forgot to tell you that you need paper snips. And we have to trim all these off. Okay, so we will notch this one here. And then just work our way now. You know, if you're worried about cutting straight, you could maybe attempt this with your paper trimmer. I don't know whether I would, because those corners are a bit fiddly. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. So if that's something you think you would prefer to do, but go ahead by all means. Okay. All right, so that's all your triangles cut. Down here we need to cut the vertical score lines up to that horizontal score line that was scored at 10 inches. And when we come to this last one, we're just going to give it a bit of a notch there as well, just so it's nice and tidy when we fold it. Okay, you will need a bone folder. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that at the beginning. And we're going to fold and burnish all these score lines. And this one is a bit tricky, this tiny one here, but okay. And then across the bottom as well. And these ones these just have to be bent in. They don't actually have to be scored all the way. Okay. Now, another tool that we will need to do, because we actually need to, punch some holes. I'll just see if I can get mine. Punch some holes in the top before we do any further. Now, if you want to measure, you can measure, but an easy way to do it, just, I might just flip it over so we're punching in that way. Before we do that, if you want to, just erase all those pencil marks. And we will now punch a hole when I get it right. Oh, I think I got it right the first way. Okay, so do the first one kind of in the middle, and then what you can do is you can flip it around and then punch. Use that first one as a guide and punch in the same place. Easy peasy. Oops. It gets a bit tricky as you go along. Last one. Cool. Right. Grab your Tombow. Oh no, we might just organize our DSP. I've already cut mine. So your DSP, you'll need 6 pieces. And they're going to go on here like this, the right way up, of course. So 6 pieces of DSP that measures 1.5, so 1.5 across by 7 3/4 long. All right, and we will grab our Tombow and we will stick them on. Come on. This is just a new bottle, so there should be plenty in there. I'm just going to all right. Love Tombow because it gives you a little bit of wriggle time. Not sure if I mentioned this, but this would be not just for Christmas, but you could, it'd be, you know, anything really. Housewarming, you know, you're off to a barbecue and you want to bring a host gift. Birthday. Just a matter of changing your DSP, changing your cardstock to match, changing your greeting. Okay, so now we're going to join this together up the side. I haven't quite scored them right because that hasn't met up properly, but there we go. And now we're going to, I might just push them in, kind of, and then we're going to close up the bottom. Oops, stay shut. Oh, play nicely, guys. Come on. There we go. And I've punched out a circle here somewhere. So my circle, just for my peace of mind. You don't have to. And I'm just going to stick that in the center there. Just to give it a little bit of extra strength. Oh, that's not going to fit. I need a bigger ruler. Okay. Just push that down until the glue sets. And that's pretty much it. Grab. The next step is to, when I find it, my ribbon. For me, when I threaded mine, I went in, and then the next one went out. And I keep my ribbon on the roll as I work. But, you know, you might want to go in, bring it out here and then go in, bring it out and then go in. If that's, I know, let's, we will do that and I'll show you, we'll compare the two at the end. So in, it doesn't make any difference. So in, oops. In. Okay, I'm just going to pull this through just a little bit more. Untwist it, make sure it's all nice and straight. There we go, and we will just trim that off and just tidy that up, and then grab, you can, before we do, oh, that's still twisted, I think, there, that's all right. Okay, for the tag, I've grabbed a piece of soft succulent cardstock, and what I will do, and a piece of, now I had a piece of Whisper White here, yes, there we go, found it, good-o, and we're going to stamp our greeting. Now I've just re-inked this, so this is going to be interesting. There we go. Not ideal, but it's not too bad. We will, actually I might flip it over, emergency side, right? Try again. No one will know except you and me. There we go, that's better. Love that emergency side. I'm going to grab my little mini stamp and cut and emboss machine, and we will cut this out. Just move that out the road. Wind that through. This is on my desk all the time, this little machine. It is just so handy. All right, here we have, whoops. We have our sentiment, our greeting. We will grab some, in my box of tricks over here, three dimensionals. Oh no, and then before I stick it on, I want to take this stamp and I'm going to grab the soft succulent ink. Let me just put that glue away before I do something tragic with it. Okay, so for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up just half this stamp, and I'm going to stamp this right up. It's a bit hard when the camera's there. We're going to go right up to the top and stamp that, and we're going to turn it around. We're going to ink up the other half, and it doesn't matter what mess you make in here, because we really aren't going to see it. And we're going to then go right up to the top, stamp that. Doesn't matter if you go over the edge. I didn't ink up that very well. Anyway, that's okay. We'll just put that down the bottom. All right, so you've only, this will be covered, this bit in the middle will be covered, and I'm going to punch a hole in it up the top here, and then we're going to put our sentiment on the front, and then we have our tag. Can we go, how straight can we go? There we are. Cool. Now grab a piece of linen thread. You don't need much. There we go. We will tie a knot up here in the end. Okay, so for this we're going to just thread, oh no, we might put our bottle of wine in there first, ladies and gents, if you're watching. There we go. Oh. Okay, pull this nice and tight, add our tag, and we can tie a beautiful, gorgeous bow. Now you can trim that off if that's too long, but there we go, there you have it. Just Just move all this out the road. So there's our, make it a little bit more presentable. So there you have it. There's the other one with the white background. This one has the evening evergreen with the gold embossing. Absolutely gorgeous, this paper. It's just so rich and elegant. But yep, 2 bottles of wine ready to go to oh, and okay, let me show you the difference in these openings. So this one I've gone in from the top and then out from behind on the next one across, and then I in from the top and then out from behind. Okay, so that's that one. This one, you saw me do this one, I've gone in from the top, from the front, and then come out, and then gone in from the front again and then come out, and then in from the top again and then come out. So it's almost like a slip stitch, that one, whereas this one is more like a running stitch, the white one. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed that, everyone. That's it for me for today, and I'll be back with another presentation shortly, in the next day or so. So thank you so much. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.